Yahtzee.
And then on the news,
and I'm like, yo, let's actually have a live debate.
Screaming and crying. Went up
they don't want to do it. Why do people always like having people typing and like they always scared? When you try talking to somebody who might not agree with you, why do they always label somebody a Yahtzee or a fascist? Oh, I saw a video about that. If you don't want to engage with somebody, always label them a Yahtzee or a fascist. That's what they do out here. That's all they know how to do to these people. I'm gonna do the Chester slide. I'll be right back.
Which had been cut. They found there was no dust disturbed on the windowsill, and also found a blonde hair in the screen area. They assumed that blonde hair was Darley's. Later, that hair, through DNA examination, was determined to belong.
But yeah, there's a lot of funny people though on YouTube. You try to engage with them, and they just like, oh, you're a Yahtzee. Oh, you don't agree with me. You're not in my echo chamber. We can't have a. You know what? I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Or what the hell you is. Most of the time, we got stuff in common. You know, I might not agree with you on everything, but there's a lot of things we do agree with. A lot of people I have conversation with that they'll start typing to me or something crazy, and they hate me, but they actually talk to me for 5 minutes, and next thing you know, we have so much in common. I'm like, yeah, I know, but you're so small-minded, you wouldn't even have seen that. That's the problem with people. You know what I mean? That's why, like, it's called fishing. You gotta fish for these clowns, because they be taking the bait. You know what I mean?
I just could not believe, what was happening.
Darley Lynn Routier, a young Dallas housewife, stood accused of viciously stabbing to death two
That guy's voice scares the shit out of me.
On January 6th, under intense media scrutiny. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen. The prosecution opened that case by offering the state's theory of the crime. According to the state, Darley Routier was a greedy, selfish, and vain woman whose extravagant lifestyle was being
big old bids.
Responsibilities of motherhood. The prosecution insinuated that if her two boys were dead, Darley could collect on their life insurance.
What kind of scumbag woman is that?
The DA argued that Darley, in the throes of postpartum depression, murdered two of her children.
What?
Slit her own throat, and then tried to make it appear that an intruder had committed the crime.
These people are crazy.
And I know it sounds diabolical, but the evidence shows
they were crucifying parents to make this very conservative jury hate Darley. And it was all a bunch of lies. If the children were interfering with her lifestyle, wouldn't you think it would be the newborn baby that would be the biggest problem? She killed two and not three, and why wouldn't she kill the baby versus the two boys?
I don't know. I don't like none of it. These people are crazy.
The medical examiner testified that Darley's wounds were superficial and
we watching Unsolved Mysteries.
But the defense introduced medical records showing that the knife slash to Darley's neck came within 1/16 of an inch of severing her carotid artery and killing her.
She got lucky.
Taken at the hospital show extreme bruising on Darley's arms.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do that. I don't even know how somebody could bruise like that. That's crazy. Half the arm was black. That's wild.
To collect on her boy's life insurance policy.
How long did you talk there?
Why not kill her husband?
I'm gonna do the Chester slide. Be right back. I'm still here though. I can still hear you.
They're trying to say she did this for the money. It's $5,000 life insurance on those boys. That's ridiculous. It costs $13,000 to bury them.
Your Honor, can we ask the
witness to
step down for demonstration? Well, when you the prosecution countered with a blood spatter expert. His testimony focused on a tiny blood stain on
That's a crazy job, being a blood splatter expert.
Contained both Devin and Damon's blood.
Well, we can tell from the direction of the blood that you're guilty.
On the back.
You're guilty as shit.
Area. And this would have come as the knife was being pulled out of the children's body and being brought over her shoulder and then dripping. And the analysis of the DNA indicated that it belonged to the children. And that was a very important piece of evidence. How did that blood get there if not that manner?
All the blood evidence was handled by police officers
Yeah, that's
that were not
crazy.
experienced with collecting evidence.
Blood had to go
Instead
up
of
from the
drawing that
blade.
evidence, that bloody evidence
Hey,
out
what's
and
good?
putting it the proper way for storing for the trial, they threw it into bags and
Blazing
multiple
Draven.
pieces of blood on top of each other
What's
so that the
happening?
blood stains could transfer from different areas.
I'm still here. I'm doing the Chester slide,
Very
yo.
careful
I mean,
and methodical in our gathering of evidence. Our officers have been trained in it just like officers across the nation. We haven't just fallen off the hayway.
Ultimately, however,
Chester slide's always the way to protect your channel.
Darlie Root
You like cannabis? You know what I mean? Do the Chester slide if you do a live. Highly recommend it.
Their point. They played
I
this
recommend it. I
video
see other
tape for the
people doing.
jury.
Yo, I'm doing the Chester slide. We back.
8
You know what I
days
mean?
after
I
the
think it's pretty dope.
The Routier family decided to celebrate Devin's 7th birthday posthumously. Having just been released from the hospital, Darlie was on painkillers, antibiotics, and antidepressants.
Oh, look at her neck.
The news crew captured.
That's crazy. That's wild.
This does not appear to be.
Yeah, she don't look like she grieving. Exactly, y'all. She like celebrating at the grave of the kid. She don't look like she grieving. Maybe maybe grieving differently, but that's weird.
We can't ignore all the rest of it.
That was a celebration of Devin's birthday. We had everything ready to have his birthday. We had invitations sent out. We had
Yeah, you go celebrate somebody's birthday and they ain't there. That was my kids. I'd be balling. Couldn't even leave the bed. You know what I mean? You celebrating like that? Weird.
might not choose to use Silly String. We used Silly String because Devin and David always played with Silly String. It was one of their favorite things. It's done out of a memory of them.
Hit that like button.
Twisted that and made that into something.
I'm doing a lot.
Something
Huh? What? Vape in here? No, I ain't got no vape no more. That shit blew up. What vape? Nah. I'm smoking, but that's it.
So it was
Hey,
not like
what's
it was
that?
real anyways. It was like we were in some sort of a dream.
I don't know. I don't do nobody favors. Ask a question. If I don't fucks with it, I don't fucks with it. Know what I mean?
Video 8 times. It took them only 10 hours to reach a guilty verdict.
Guilty. I knew it.
Darlie Routier was immediately taken to death row at Gatesville State Prison.
Damn, yo. That's cold. I knew she did it, yo. She's celebrating like, yo, that's so weird.
These are outraged by her conviction and are spearheading a drive to overturn the verdict. They claim that during the investigation,
These shows old as hell.
details were overlooked.
That's
Darlie's
crazy.
family contends that the photos of her extensive wounds were not properly presented to the jury. After the trial, one of the jurors who convicted
Go
Darlie
live.
in Charleston
You know what I mean?
had a chance to take a close look at the pictures.
After I saw the pictures that made
Raymond.
me feel that she's not guilty.
Just watching Everybody Loves Raymond. You like that show? Everybody Loves Raymond.
To protect her own self.
I didn't like that show at first. But the later episodes was alright, you know what I mean? I thought Robert was pretty funny.
Darlie's defenders also
That
point
dude
to the
big as shit.
mysterious
He
tube
like
sock
Lurch. They
found
try to give him
75
his
yards
own
from the
sitcom. He fucked that shit up.
contains both boys' blood and probably epithelial or skin DNA of Darlie. There are no blood stains that belong to Darlie on the sock. So it obviously had to be touched by someone after both boys had been stabbed who also had contact with Darlie.
So it had to be her.
According to Darlie's supporters, the tube sock makes the prosecution's account of the murders impossible. Medical testimony established that Damon, who didn't die until paramedics arrived, could not have lived for more than 9 minutes after receiving the fatal wound.
How would you know that though?
Darlie was talking to a 911.
That's all hypothetical shit, you know what I mean?
The police secured the scene for an additional 2 minutes.
Okay, Pebble.
Paramedics were allowed in. That
I don't know what that means.
Approximately a minute and a half to place
Ohio.
down the street.
Oh, what's up? You know Tyler Qualley? He's Ohio's most famous.
That the intruder had the sock on his hand, probably
Ohio
or something, and I believe that he was covering her mouth.
Cleveland rocks.
I don't believe she did sleep through. I believe that she was asphyxiated. I believe that she was completely unconscious, and then she became conscious. And during the time of her becoming conscious is when she says,
I just got a feeling she did that to her kids.
Charlie's family believes unidentified fingerprints at the crime.
That guy's voice used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Fingerprint on the door leading to the garage and a second print on the credenza behind the couch have never been positively ID'd by investigators.
Why not? I used to have green leather sofas like that.
they're not Darren's, and they're not either of the two boys. Now,
You had somebody else in the house. Yo, I'm here real quick. My battery getting ready to die. Have a great holiday. You too, Christopher Jordan. Like and subscribe. Hey, Caroline. I was just watching Unsolved Mysteries.
We have to prove that Darlie Latier is innocent, and that an intruder did come into my house, and that man does exist.
Yeah, but somebody could touch the door, like the mailman. You know what I mean? They had a fingerprint on the door. This before DNA.
And why? Darlie's family believes the attack may have been a sexual assault gone awry.
But that live, you rated, got age restricted.
These crimes exhibited.
Oh, that dude's live. It was just all that dude. Yeah, that dude was in his feelings, yo. I said I was gonna do a live right after. He could come here and we could do a debate. I'm not scared to debate people face to face with opposing viewpoints because that's crazy. A lot of times we got more shit in common than we do apart. You know what I mean? Raven? No, I didn't know him.
With any information indicating a connection
between yeah, I know. He called, Yahtzee. Exactly. That shit don't make no sense. When the Palestinians were allies with them, there's pictures of Hitler at the Grand Mufti shaking hands and shit. You know what I mean? People like it's revisionist history. It's ruining America. Real history is what matters. And people like revisionist history. You know what I mean? We talk about Palestine. What about Iran? What? You know what I mean? People hypocritical. They pick and choose. They virtue signal. I wasn't even on the right before. You know what I mean? I was a Democrat, and then they started becoming supporting how you say people that lean that way, who dress up like women, and they can't tell you what that is. Like, that shit was weird. And then when they were like, oh well, if you're Jewish, like they was going at the Jews and shit, like, oh you can't be a Democrat. All right, fuck y'all. Peace. I'm gonna vote for Trump. You know what I mean? So that's how they got my vote for real. And Trump said, I'm gonna work with Israel. All right. Is Israel perfect? Hell no. But is it better than fucking Iranian government that's just mowing down their people? 1,000%. 1,000%. It's all about perspective. You know what I mean? Update. Went for appeal case. No execution date. Said, I told you. I knew she was guilty, that lady.
It's one of the country's biggest universities with over 360 programs shaped by industry leaders.
How can you want to lie to 2 children? And then, like, afterward, the way she was celebrating, like, I don't know, just looked guilty to me. You know what I mean? That other dude, though, like I was saying, it's commercial time now. Like, I like having debates with people with different viewpoints. Shout out to Christopher Jordan. If you don't agree with me on something, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times people, when they get confronted with facts, because they always want to be right, and then when you confront them with actual history, they either want to call you a Yahtzee or a fascist, and there's like videos like where it says like if somebody's going to discredit you, call them a fascist, call them a Yahtzee, discredit, because you know what I mean. If you call somebody that, it's like, oh, this guy's this. They call him the worst thing possible. So then, no matter what he's saying, he doesn't have any credence. You know what I mean? They got you. He's a Yahtzee. I'm Jewish. Yahtzee. Get the fuck out of here. These people are crazy. That guy starts snapping. It's in his feelings. I don't know who that guy is. But when I notice when you say things to guys in the comment section, they get all in their feelings. I say, you need tissue. He got all mad. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna mess with this guy. And that's the problem. I'm gonna report you. Get out of here. Listen, if we don't get along, we should talk. Why don't we get along? Because you're brainwashed by a political idea? What are your actual ideas? You don't know how to think? Brain breaking. I don't know how to think. That's how people are nowadays. You know, people can have opposing viewpoints. You know, do I agree with everything Israel does? Hell no. Hell no. But, you know, like, do I see how hypocritical people are? Like, we just want all people's free. What about people in Nigeria? What about the people in Iran? What about Palestine? Yeah, free Palestine. Yeah. See what I mean? That's how these hypocrites are. Because Qatar paying for that ish. You know what I mean? Going to the colleges. I seen it, yo. I went in Philadelphia during the Democratic convention. The debate or whatever between the president, like before they were president last year. I've seen them. They walk down the street like Sims for Hamas. So they had like the signs and shit. And they all like the same signs. All of them. They all the same signs. All got the same writing on it. All of them. Like, you know, a print factory. Like, how the fuck you do all this? They walk down the street saying they shit, playing they bongo drums, getting some truck, pack up and leave. And I keep seeing that clip online over and over again. I was down there. That shit was like 5 minutes long. They played Free Palestine. And they went down the street, they packed their shit up and left. But they kept showing that clip. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers ate that shit up. I'm like, I seen it in person. I seen how this shit works. The protest they had at University of Pennsylvania, where they arrested all those people. They arrested 7 people. 34 of them were homeless people. What? Yeah. So like a lot of this shit, it's all like it's like sleight of hand, man. It's like magicians. You know what I mean? People don't realize it. They get all riled up for like bullshit. You can ask people questions and they get angry. It's because they know they don't know the answers and they're too dumb to admit, and they just want to run away. You know? That's how people be today, though. Thirsty as shit.
Since World War II, the TNT got its nickname for once being a munitions factory. It was here that the Mothman would.
Yeah, they'd be crazy though. I didn't mean nothing. I just wanted to talk to that dude online. He got all in his feelings. You're a Yahtzee. I'm Jewish. You're a Jewish Yahtzee. You sound like Talib Kweli. That's what Talib Kweli was saying. Every time he's like, yeah, there's this one Jewish Nazi. He was telling me. Remember that? There was one Jewish. I was like, I read about the guy. He was Jewish, but he had to hide his identity, so he had to become a Nazi. So he tell you're this Jewish Nazi. You're the guy hiding his identity to fit in, so he doesn't get murdered. Fucking people don't even know what the hell they talk about, yo. You ask people for definitions, they can't define shit. They really can't. I'm gonna call you this. You're a fascist. What's a fascist? Fuck you, man. You're a Nazi. What's a Nazi? Fuck you, man. You're a nationalist. What's a nationalist? Fuck you, man. That's all they do. Be crying and shit. Like I said, I used to be a Democrat until they're like trying to kill all Jews and shit. I'm like, wait a minute. I was part of that shit. I had the most gangster bar mitzvah ever. Real shit. That's what I tell you. I went to a Jewish event. They didn't even believe I was Jewish. They're like, did you convert? I'm like, stop. My mom's Jewish. Yeah, all right. Jews don't even believe in Jewish, and Jews treated me bad most of my life. So for me, like sticking up for them, damn, I'm just doing what's right. You know what I mean? I don't hate people. Like that's the problem. People hate people for like being black or white. They fucking retarded, yo. I hate people for being assholes. Like I always say, there's black assholes, there's white assholes, there's Asian assholes, there's fucking Puerto Rican assholes, there's Italian assholes, there's Jewish assholes. You know what I mean? There's English assholes, there's dumb American assholes. There's just assholes in all shapes and all colors. And people got to realize that. Until people understand that, they just go blame whole groups of people. You could talk about ideologies. That's not people, and that's completely different. You know what I mean? I don't like your ideology. All right, well, let's talk about it. We got freedom of religion in America. People get scared about this stuff. But the problem is, we keep sweeping this pile of shit under this rug. We can't talk about it. People are sensitive. Everybody's sensitive today. You know what I mean? They don't want to talk about like the actual shit that's happening in this country or the world. Like, we're gonna offend people. I'd rather listen. That's how I always say. Like, would you rather have a million people like hate you, and then you know they fucking hate you, or like a million people like they hate you, but like they pretend to like you? Because that's what it really is. I'd rather have a million people I know you fucking hate me. All right, you hate me? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Then a million people they fucking hate me. Oh, hey, what's up, man? I didn't see you, man. What's good? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be like that. Just be real with me instead of like, that's how a lot of people are. Like, I don't care. I'm a loner. I like being alone. My dad was that way. You know what I mean? I'm a Sigma. Everyone, oh, I'm the Alpha. I don't want to be around nobody. I'm the lone wolf. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm cool. I'd rather be the lone wolf. You know? That's the problem with people. They said you could see the northern lights tonight around here. I doubt it because all the fucking city lights and shit. People say you can see the northern lights like Philadelphia because like some, I don't know, some shit. Because of like solar storm or something. I mean, it looks a little more purple, the sky, but northern lights supposed to be green. You know what I mean? Yeah, that shit crazy though. But yeah, man, everybody, just people. And people are just assholes at the end of the day. Until people realize that, that would solve a lot of problems in the world. Just treat everybody like they a potential asshole. You know what I mean? Like every day, everywhere I go, I treat everybody like a potential asshole. I pretty much think everybody is an asshole, actually. You know what I mean? And they gotta, normally like, oh, you gonna prove me that he's an asshole? He's an asshole already. And if you prove to me he's not an asshole, all right, you all right. You know what I mean? Like, I just assume everybody's an asshole. I mean, I think that's how you gotta do it. You know? Keep hearing some weird noise. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Sound like somebody's on the side of my crib. I'm gonna go look. Hope it ain't no skunk or nothing. They be hiding back here. It's like hearing snapping noises. I don't know what the fuck it was. As long as there ain't no damn skunk, I'm cool. There's a lot of them around here. But yeah, just treat everybody like they potential assholes. You know, until they prove you wrong. Just live by it. And life will be so much easier. It said there's like 3 or 4 people keep flickering back and forth. Ain't nobody in the comments. I don't know why. The other dude, yeah, he's funny. I was trying to get that dude to do a live with me. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you got like a strong opinion on something and I think differently, we should talk about it. I'm willing to talk to anybody, but I don't know. People don't like doing it because I ask questions that you're not supposed to ask. Like the question, like, you know what I mean? Like if you see people talking and then you think something, yeah, like, yo, I wanted to, you can't ask that question. I'm the guy that asks that question. I don't care. You know what I mean? And it's not like to be ignorant, it's just pure curiosity. I think that we all should be able to ask questions, you know, no matter what the question is. Like, if you're not coming at it with a hateful way, you're just asking a genuine question, there shouldn't be nothing off the table, you know? That's how I look at it. If you're not malicious with it, you just want to ask a question, you should be able to ask any question to anybody. That's the problem. None of us talk anymore. I remember, like, you go out places and you talk, you meet people. Like that's how I meet girls. Like I talk to all these young guys I work with. Like, how do you meet girls online? I'm like, what do you pay for? They pay for like dating sites and shit. Why are you paying for a dating site? You know, can't just meet girls anymore. No, it's not like that. I told people I used to have to call their house up and had to talk to their dad. Yo, is Ashley there? Hey, Mister So and So. Yeah, yeah, this is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you know what I mean. Me and her been talking for a little bit. So where you from? And you get to talk. It'd be like an interview. You get to talk to the father. You don't have to do that no more. So people don't realize how lucky they have it now. But I think that's something people lost. Just approaching women and talking to them now. They're like, you're a creep if you approach somebody. I've seen that. Like, you can't approach a woman. They'll think you're a creep. What if they say no to you? So the fuck what? All right, have a great day. That's not gonna discourage me. It should discourage you either. People give up too easy today. It's crazy. But yeah, people should have different viewpoints. You should be able to talk. You should always talk to the father, especially if you're trying to date or marry a woman. 100%. Hey, now, mama. Hey, 2026. Hell yeah. How you been? I just was talking to some dude, and I was like going back and forth with him. I was like, I'm gonna do a live. And I asked the dude to come in. He didn't. How you doing? It's freezing out here. Doing great. All is well your way. Yeah, just been working. I'm off today and tomorrow. So I ain't been doing shit, to be honest with you. Just been relaxing. But the past couple of days been snowing and cold up here. How's it been around your way? They said that you should be able to see the northern lights tonight. I didn't see nothing out there, by the way. I think it's because we're too close to the Philadelphia, you know. You got like the city lights right next to us. Like you don't really see stars where we're at. You know what I mean? Like in the country, you see stars. You don't see them here. It's so cold here. It's like 20 degrees right now. That's crazy. I don't even know what it is here. Yeah, it's like 20 here too. Yeah, Siri, what's the weather?
It's currently clear and 24 degrees.
There you
As high as 24, and the low will be 12.
go. 24 degrees. So you're like, the low will be 12. Did you hear that? That's crazy. They say the low will be 12. Yeah, it was warmer today. It was in 30. Yeah, it wasn't bad today.
In a better way than he had previously.
There's a couple of tricks that I can show you. In New Mexico, shortly after his release, Craig met 24-year-old.
That guy's voice scares the shit out of me.
They did have dinner, and they hit it off.
Sparks.
I still think it's a good show.
They were very mutually attracted to each other.
Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, that's why they said the cold front's moving in, and there was like a solar storm. So like probably where you're at, like you might be able to see like the northern lights. I know it sounds crazy, but like that's what they said. I can't see shit because of Philly. Thought maybe you could, but no.
Across the south and northwest. Pritchard would enter the bank.
Yeah, we should do a live again because I've been trying to get back on here. It's hard, like when I'm working. You know what I mean? Like I never really have time for YouTube, and I don't want to like neglect my YouTube either. It's like it's really tricky trying to balance the two. You know, I'm not that good at it. I was, but if I could have like a same schedule every week, it'd be a lot easier. You know what I mean? I want to try to ask him for that. You think Noah will do that? Like if I could ask for like the same schedule every week, like that's what I want. Just to know when I'm working. You know what I mean? I stayed busy too. But meanwhile, yeah, how's she doing?
Ocean resort areas. They look like a very nice, normal couple. There's nothing that's going to stand out that is going to make them different from others.
I don't want to be too close to TV. I think it's too loud. Just had her at the hospital Friday. They said that's what I'm doing. Good job with her. My mom went to the hospital. I gotta give her. She's at the hospital today. They should be letting her go. They got her at the hospital, I think, because they're trying to get her in the home because she has dementia. So I was trying to get her a home aid worker before all that, but it's been a nightmare. It's always something. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Yeah, as long as like you have a routine with the doctors, you know what I mean, you gonna be doing good. Emo has dementia too. Yeah, see, my mom though has Graves' disease, and I don't think she's taking her medicine every day because of the dementia, and I think that's causing. I don't know if it is dementia as bad as they say it is, or if it's because she's not taking her medicine because they say Graves' disease can do the same thing. So, you know what I mean? She refuses to go to the doctors. Yeah, I mean, I hate hospitals and I hate doctors too. So I completely get it. I had an ambulance pick her Friday, followed them to the hospital. Damn. Is she like go willing or was she fighting? She wasn't happy, but that's why. Yeah, that's why I figured. Yeah, I mean, people. You know what I mean? Like hospitals are scary. You know, like my dad, like he had chest pains. He went in, and I told you. Then he had like that one doctor who treated him. Did like a little surgery thing on him. Like I think they put a stent in him, and then he left on vacation. And another doctor. Then they left on vacation, and they moved him to another hospital, and then he was gone. So it's like if you have like a good care, if you're on a good plan, like you'll be all right. But if you know what I mean, like you're not going, or the doctors ain't really there for you like that. Anything can happen. It's scary. You know what I mean? Hospitals are fucking scary. She wasn't eating, so she had to go. Damn, probably dehydrated. Had to give her fluids and stuff. Same thing with my mom. She had been sick growing up. So she had to go, yeah. Well, I hope she's feeling better. I want to go outside.
I'm just throwing my feel that same helpless.
Yeah, they gave her flu. That's what I figured. A lot of times, like, you know what I mean? Like, as we get older, like, and we're not drinking water and stuff like we should, like, we get dehydrated a lot quicker. Especially, like, the older you get, you know what I mean? So it's important. Especially if she's sick. She can't keep nothing down, so I'm glad she's doing better now. You know, I mean, Ma is at the end of her life. Yeah, it's sad.
Join me. More stories that challenge the mind and the imagination. Next edition of Unsolved Mystery.
What are you doing? Yeah, with the dementia, she don't feel hungry. Yeah, my mom, they say, is not eating like that, but they said she was like stealing from her neighbor. Did you hear that? They said like the neighbor be barbecuing, and my mom was taking like hot dogs and shit off her grill. Don't say that, but she didn't know. She didn't know. Yeah, but she's. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. Yeah, but and then she knows that you care for her. You know what I mean? What's up, Arthur? They get confused. It's normal. Yeah, but like I said, I think if my mom started taking her medicine, like her Synthroid, like I think it would improve her situation. You know, because she went like, yo, she was just driving last year and she was cool. Like to go from that, like she had a crazy decline. Like it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? She told me she feels like I'm her daughter. Aw. I mean, but you're there for her like a daughter, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm always good, homie. You know what I mean? Are you good? You know what I mean? I was saying earlier, I could talk to anybody, you know what I mean? My nephew did too. She fell and broke her hip. Damn. That's what happened to my nonna mom. And it was down. Yeah, that's what happened to my nonna mom. As soon as she broke her hip, it was problems from there. She was good. She broke her hip. Then she learned how to walk. She was good. Went to rehab. Got out, and then fell one day. Broke her hip again, and it was a wrap. I don't know. Like it's so crazy. Like you don't think like your hip's that important to your life, but a lot of people when they get old, like and they break a hip, like it's downhill from there. Just like you said, you know. Yeah, I'm doing it live, and Mountain Mom isn't here. I was doing a live earlier. They said desecration of a grave, yo. Yo, I don't know if you heard that. I gotta send that to you. Hey, what's up, Strawberry? There was this guy around here who was robbing graves. I don't know if you heard about that. It was like on the news, like all over the country. Like it was like pretty big, but like right out of Philadelphia, like this guy was robbing graves. Like that shit was crazy. They were just like talking about it the other day. She hasn't walked since that. Okay, I will take care of her. I'm really enjoying taking care of her. A lot of times, like when you spend time taking care of somebody, like you get closer. Like I was closer to my grandma, and then when my grandpa got sick, I took care of him, and I got a lot closer to him. So you know, I mean, it bonds you. I'll catch you guys. I caught you on. Hi guys. Yeah, I'm starting to go back on more, more often. I'm trying to get back on YouTube. It's just been tough at work, and you know what I mean, Strawberry. Yeah, I did the Chestermcfly. Dude's voice still scares the shit out of me. What's his name? Robert Stack? Yeah, I'm gonna go out for another cigarette. My Mima is sweet until you mention the doctor, then she makes a mean face. Yeah, hospitals are scary places. Well, my nonna mom was there, and right before she passed away, like my grandma, she said that she saw her mom, and she was like talking to her mom, which was like crazy. But I believe in that. I believe in like spirits, so it makes sense, you know. She said she saw her mom at the hospital, like next to her bed. And she was like talking to her mom. And it was like crazy.
There were two graves.
I think there's a lot of spirits at hospitals. I don't know. I just think hospitals are like.
I didn't know if he was
I
just.
think they're haunted. I think they're crazy. I don't like hospitals either. You know.
All of a sudden, just from a knock on the door,
I heard that happened to people, and I believe it. Yeah.
Bodies in my back of my yard.
She was just saying she saw her mom, and like she was like talking to me, but then like she was talking like I guess her mom. Like it was crazy, you know. I don't think I'll be going. It's weird. It's like the cops. I don't know if you heard it. It was like undercover. That was weird. And it says, no, honey, I don't think I'll be going today. It's just to doctor's appointment. That happens a lot, actually. I have worked with LA since I graduated high school. I got my CNA license when I was in high school, and they do see their loved ones that passed on. Yeah, that's crazy. Because after I heard people say that, I'm like, yeah, like I experienced that with my mom. And my grandpa, like, he was real sick once actually, and he almost passed away before he did pass away. And he said that he saw his dad and his mom, but then like he was cool, he made it out. But that's crazy, yeah. The way he passed though was the most peaceful thing I ever seen. So like, I don't know, I was there for him, and he just closed his eyes, relaxed, and they're like, hey, he's gone. And I couldn't even tell. So like he passed like it was real like smooth, you know what I mean? That's how I want to go. He was like 94 when he passed away. He lived a great life. That's a long ass time. This fucking thing keeps going off still. Check this out. This is crazy. This fucking thing, like getting hot in my pocket. I left it out here for 2 days. It's still going off. It's another one I bought from the Lucy shop. Fucking ghetto. What do you expect for a $10 vape, though? That's just nuts. Believe our loved ones that have passed on comes and gets us when we pass on. Yeah, no, I believe that. But like, do you go right to heaven or do you go to purgatory before you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be like, I don't know. Shit's crazy to me. I get Geek Bar Vapes and Kindberry. I've never heard of those ones. It's judgment. Yeah, that's true. But that's what they say. Jesus takes on your sins. You know what I mean? I was talking to this dude who's Muslim about this. He's like, yeah, that they think that a Jew or a Christian is going to take their place in hellfire, so they could just sin, and like a Jew or a Christian will take their place. That's what they believe, which is fucking nuts. And then Christians believe that Jesus will take, you know, that's what he'll take our sin for us. That's what we believe. I think we go where we think we're going to spend eternity. I think so. My dad used to joke around me because, like, when I was younger, I would smoke. I smoked a lot of weed. He said, "Man, where'd all your money go?" I was like, "A cloud. I got my own cloud in the sky. So when I go to heaven, I'm gonna be in my cloud. That's where a lot of my money's gone, up in smoke." I think it's funny though. Maybe it plays a rest until the return of Jesus. Yeah, everybody's paradise is different. Is there different levels of heaven? You know what I mean? Like who knows really? I always like that song by Tupac. Like, I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. You know, like is there like a ghetto part of heaven, and there's like the good part of heaven? Oh, we can't go to that part of heaven. We weren't that good. We're good, but we weren't that good. So cold, like my cigarette went out. That's how you know it's cold. Normally they don't go out like that. Yeah, that's true. I just always like heard that you go to purgatory first, and like then they decide where you go. You know what I mean? I remember when I fucking I had an incident where I took too many Percocets and I fucking passed away. Basically, I brought back to life, and I didn't see anything like at all. Like it was, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I talked to people about that. Like they're like, well, maybe it could you were just passed out. You know what I mean? I don't know. All I remember is waking up. I was cool. I talked to people about that. That scared the shit out of me. 'Cause I didn't see nothing. People told me they seen things. Oh yeah, I've been to heaven. And, I didn't see that. I'm so glad you're still with us. Yeah, me too. That point changed my life though forever. I stopped messing around and being stupid. And now that I got kids, I don't do nothing stupid. Just work and weed, you know. I got this other vape. 85 years, the Jeep brand is still keeping it fresh. That's pretty cool. From the dispensary. But the other kind of vapes, I bought the cheap ones. They be blowing up my pocket. That one was getting hot. It's crazy. Everybody's got to grow up. I was just talking to people about this. I think a lot of people, like when we're younger, like, or especially like where I'm from, are like Democrats, you know, like free will. And then like when we get older, we have like families. Like a lot of people get more conservative because it's not just about you anymore. It's about your kids. And I think that's how society is, you know. Half of life caters to the selfish, and the other half caters to people who care about others. And I think you care about others and you make a difference in your community and for your kid's life, I think that makes a difference, you know. And that's how people think. Some people, like I said, they're selfish. They just care about themselves, you know. I want to put a movie on.
Ben and Jean Williams thought
You want to watch this though?
When they moved into the same neighborhood.
And then after we moved in,
Well, yeah, you got to grow up at some point, you know.
when I tried to plant new plants, they just would not live, no matter what I did, you know.
I just started thinking differently about like even like they try brainwashing you about like abortion, you know, abortion. I don't want to say the word. And they're like, oh, it's for women's rights, and they like be putting that in kids' heads like from an early age. I remember hearing that in middle school all the way up to high school. You know what I mean? Not thinking much of it, and then like, learning like, for like rape or incest, like that's like a small percentage of people going to Planned Parenthood. So just people make mistakes and like, oh, it's okay, it's your choice. Like, but that's like the way they do it. I think it's evil. You know, it's genetics or whatever. I said the word wrong.
He was the one who would mark the tree.
It is genetics, but it's geneticist or something like that. Eugenics. That's the word. It's crazy though.
Here we are living on top of graves. I felt guilty, and I felt like,
That's crazy.
We're desecrated graves.
Ladies' houses on top of graves. Yeah, I gotta get to bed too. I stayed live for a minute. I just wanted to start doing more lives and being more active. I'll send you a text. Yeah, I'll hit you up. But yeah, I'm about to get off here myself. It's good talking to you, though. Yeah, I hope Mima's doing better, and I don't know. We should go live together again soon. You know, I'm off tomorrow.
Very, very chilly, and you'd have just this
I
feeling.
don't know if I got to do anything, so I'm trying to think.
Either something wasn't.
I don't think I'm doing anything tomorrow, so I don't know. I'll hit you up.
You'd have a feeling.
But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Have a good night, Mountain Mama. I'm outie. And everybody else, like I said, don't hate people because the color of their skin. Just hate people because they're assholes. You know, they're assholes. Judge them for being assholes. Love everybody else. All right. Everybody have a good night. It's good talking to you. And
I could hear people murmuring.
oh yeah, no problem. But yeah, I'll shoot you a text. All right, man, I'm about to go. Good night, everyone. Have a good night.